Hi, everyone. My name is Jeanette Hallam, and I will be your professor for SPED 7704, Leadership and Administration and Special Education. I am so excited to be taking on this opportunity with you all and to work with you over the next several weeks. Just so you can get to know me a little bit, and let me move myself on the screen. My former work experience, I used to be a co-teacher at East Coweta High School for several years, but before that, I was even a co-teacher with special education at the elementary and middle level as well. My first year teaching, I was actually the only special ed teacher in the school, and I reported to a charter school office 2 states over. So it was a different experience there. But after a few years as a teacher at East Coweta High School, I got to move into that in-school coordinator role, which is one of the leadership opportunities that's available to our special ed teachers in the district. That was also at East Coweta High School. I was then moved up to an assistant principal role, again at East Coweta High School. So I spent a lot of time on the east end of our county, but also a lot of time within Coweta County schools and East Coweta High School. This is now year 7 for me as the principal at East Coweta Middle School. So I am still in the schools serving our students. So you might get a different perspective from me as opposed to others that are not still working in a building, but I'm happy to share the experiences that I've had with you as we all go through this course together. My education, I have a bachelor's in music therapy from the University of Dayton in Dayton, Ohio. My minor at the time was also in psychology. I then moved to Georgia, got my master's in special education from the University of West Georgia. And then from there, went on to get my specialist degree in educational leadership and my doctorate degree in educational leadership. But I've still got a passion for special education and an interest in that as well. Little bit about me as a person. I've been married 19 years to my husband, Chris. We have 2 dogs, so you might see Murphy or Roxy if we're doing any of our online sessions or if I'm joining some of your TEE meetings. But please know they are great dogs. You might hear them barking in the background. They love people, so they'll probably be around me if I am the only one home. Don't have any kids, but I do have 800 kids currently at the school, and they're always going to be my kids. So now that I've been teaching for over 20 years, there are many out there in their 30s, dare say 40s, that are still my kids. I live on a small farm over in Sonoy, so I've got chickens, I've got bees, we are beekeepers, and then my in-laws live here as well. I'm originally from Ohio, but I fell in love with Georgia when I visited here in college and decided to move this way after a few years working in Ohio. Love Ohio State football, given that I'm from Ohio, but I'm also in a fantasy league for NFL football. So I'll probably be watching football a lot on the weekends, but I'll also be, working on stuff for the class. So feel free to email me on the weekends as well if you need anything. I do love to read as a hobby. I am a nerd at heart, so I do trivia with a group of friends, usually once a week. Some nights we're too busy, but we try to get together. I am a foodie at heart as well, and I love trying new restaurants and foods. The beach is probably my favorite place to be. I love to be at the beach, the ocean, just love that water scene. And I love being an educator. So there's a little bit about me. My philosophy when it comes to education and school, I'm here to serve and be a current colleague and leader for those that I work with, but also a champion for students in the school. So you see a quote by Rita Pearson on your screen. Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists they become the best they can possibly be. And a lot of the decisions that we make as educational leaders in special education or not need to play into, your philosophy as an educator as well. And need to make sure that you're giving students the opportunity to be the best that they can be and setting them up for that success. So as you're going to learn through this course, issues in leadership can also often call on us to make decisions that are based on our own ethics and morals, the code of ethics for educators, and then current law. And so that's what we're really going to delve into in this course, some of the issues that may come up as a leader. Some expectations Time management is huge. This course is not very long. It's going to go very quickly. So please make sure that you have a plan for managing your time, completing assignments, attending the meetings, and turning in your work. I have a calendar set up for myself already of what I need to be doing when. I know this is in addition to the job that you do for the school system, and it's the same for me. So I'll be working every day throughout the day, sometimes into the evening. So I'm going to, work on managing my time as well. But if you need any help or guidance or assistance with that, please reach out. And then the other expectation is just a little grace for yourself and for others. We're going to be delving into some dilemmas that leaders will encounter, in special ed or not, and it's going to be uncomfortable at times and oftentimes there's not a right answer for any of it. And it really takes listening to others, working together to come up with the best options. So the last quote I have for you, and I will move myself again. Be not afraid of discomfort. You can't put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you will never grow. You will never change. You'll never learn. That's a quote by Jason Reynolds. He is a youth author. So a lot of our students love, reading some of his books. He writes in different perspectives, writes some in prose, and is a great role model there. So I included that quote from him because it will be uncomfortable. When you work in leadership, you're often living in the gray area. Some people like it very concrete, where it's black or white, but we live in the gray area sometimes as leaders. So that is a very uncomfortable area to be in. You're going to reflect on your beliefs as an educator throughout this course, and this will be the basis of your decisions in leadership. Your beliefs are going to drive the decisions that you make. Last thing is to listen to the opinions of others and the thoughts of others as we move throughout this course, and you'll have many opportunities to do that. So even if you disagree, this is how you're going to grow and hopefully learn to collaborate with others when trying to find solutions for some of the problems that we'll encounter. So that is all I have for you. I look forward to a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful class with you all. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Thanks, everybody.